Welcome to the Menopause Queen Podcast. I love doing these. As I often say, it's a little moment, almost like a diary moment to myself, to honour what's gone on since the full moon to the new moon, from the new moon to the full moon. And I love that cyclical element, particularly as I no longer bleed like I used to. That used to be a really good cyclica moment, n'est-ce pas, as we say in French. It used to be a great cycle, so that you have the feelings of the hormones that then come out in your menstruation. But when you don't have that, there is still a bubbling of energy that's in there, but it's not the same. And I found it helpful and very grounding, actually, to have a cycle to work with. And the moons, to me, are a very easy way to do a cycle. The other one that really speaks to my soul, and I'm going to speak of this in another podcast, are the seasons. I'm actually currently reading a very beautiful book, which I will again mention in the next episode. And it's following the seasons and the micro details of the seasons. And to me, that is also another wonderful way of not only staying incredibly connected to the earth, but also a wonderful way of providing framework and structure. Now, it's funny. There are various inspirations for this particular podcast, but one of them is my mother's comment recently, the fact that flippantly she said she's brought up such rebellious children. She was referring rather bizarrely to the fact that my brother wasn't following the instructions on the back of a frozen packet of chips that was supposed to go in the oven. And he simply said to Mum, I never look at the writing on the back. I simply use my eyes and the visual, and then I can see if they're cooked or not. And she commented, I've brought up such rebellious children. And my comment back was, you should be proud, the fact that we're rebellious. But I am rebellious. I am reasonably wild. I live pretty much like an artist and pretty much to my own rhythm. I don't tend to follow trends. I don't tend to follow society. Do I stay within the rules as much as I need to kind of fly by the seat of my pants and under the radar? That's how I rock and roll. And I've lasted until the age of 55 doing so, and I intend to continue, possibly even get worse. However, I find that my freedom works best when I have a little bit of structure. That might sound a contradiction in terms, but a little bit of structure and also a heck of a lot of grounding. So if you know anything about Ayurveda, you will know that there are three major, let's say, energies in Ayurveda. In fact, it's more like body types or personality types. You have Kapha or Kapha, which is the earth energy, earth, water, but a lot of earth. It's like the sort of really grounding, physical kind of energy. There's Pitta, which is the fire element, and then you have Vata, which is the air. Now, I am a dominant Pitta type. And in the past, and still now at times, I get so wrapped up in my Pitta energy, which is action, which is doing, which is maybe even doing too much because I like to finish everything that I start. But my second dominance is Vata, is the air energy. And the air feeds the fire, makes it bigger, more beautiful. I happen to have various friends and a partner who are very Vata, but they give me their ideas, which is really catastrophic for someone like me because I go, ooh, great, new venture, and I go off in that particular direction. But because of my Pitta, I want to finish it, whereas my Vata friends and my partner are like, don't care. We've given you the idea, you can run with it. I'm not going to finish it. I'm not even going to start it. So it's often an issue, and I don't have as much kapha, I don't have as much earth as I would like to have sometimes. Afternoon siestas, very, very rare. Moments of very still, doing not very much, rare. I have to force myself to do it. It's one of the main reasons why I do meditation, why I often sit in the morning early just to ground, because the rest of my day does not function like that. I might come across as incredibly calm and grounded and soothing, and yeah, she's got it all sorted. I am such a fire girl. It is quite hard sometimes to live the dynamics of my day. I think my partner now, my ex-husband, would also say this. It's intense at times. So the reason that I'm saying this is at the time of recording this particular podcast, in line with the April 2026 new moon, which is on the 17th. Oh my God, there is a lot of Aries, fire, light energy in the atmosphere. And the thing about Aries is it doesn't really ask, it just kind of does. So you might be feeling a lot of my pitta fire intensity. And for someone who is already quite fired up by things, it's important to be grounded and to know what the framework and the intentions are. This helps me so much. So I've been spending around this time way more time than I would usually do in the forest. Now, I love running, I love walking, I love going out. I have a dog, a young dog, and I'm teaching him to run with me, which is not always easy. There's lots of stopping and starting and sniffing, but I'm actually getting my partner to drive me away from home on his route to work, drop me off, and I'm running or walking back with the dog. And that provides me with a framework in the day, but it also provides me with a lot of forest energy, because I find that that grounds and aligns me. It allows me some time to either press the pause button and go into neutral mode and just appreciate, oh my gosh, the colors, the vibrancy, the smells, the sensations of the forest, to really get the mycelium network and all the smells that come up from the forest floor to just influence my nervous system. So it just provides me with that without me really having to try to do very much. What's right for you? Find that little element, literally element of framework in your day where you can just ground down. I actually have a machine upstairs which is called a chi machine, and it's really cool. And I was going to do a lot of it around this time, but I fell off my horse recently and hurt my back, and it can be a bit sensitive on the back. But my back is better, so I am going to be doing this over the new moon period. Now, what is a chi machine? A chi machine basically gets you to put your feet in a base structure, which until it's on is completely static, and you put your ankles actually in the supports. And then when you turn it on, it simply goes like this. So under your bottom and your lower back, you place a kind of disc and a cushion, and that allows the free flow of your hips and your lower back to just gently do this, basically. I can see you, feel you doing the movement. Now, if you're listening to the podcast, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm basically shifting my bottom and my hips from side to side. And my hands are kind of going floppy, which is kind of what your feet do. Now, you do this for about 5 minutes. There's a timer set on the machine. And at the end of it, when it goes completely still and silent and immobile, you have this gush of, and it's like everything has just etch-a-sketched its way out of your body. It's so replenishing, and it takes 5 minutes. Now, I don't have any commissions on the chi machines available. I think I brought mine from Germany many, many years ago. But what is your chi machine effect? What does that for you? Now, I'm not talking about scrolling on social media. I'm not talking about doing something whilst you're thinking about going to neutral. I'm talking about just going to neutral. What does that for you? Because that is an amazing framework to put in place. Incredible framework to put in place. And it provides you, after that, with an incredible amount of freedom. Why? Because it's freed up the clutter in your brain for a start. It's slowed down your metabolism and your nervous system so that you're actually able to cope with more than you would be able to otherwise. And it also allows you a kind of springboard for inspiration. And this particular new moon is really asking you to channel the energy. So, I've just said inspiration. We could add vision. We could add intuition into that. And I have done many videos and podcasts on tuning in, meditations on tuning into your heart vibration, on tuning in to what your vision is, on recalibrating your nervous system through just sitting and breathing. There's even some tapping that I've put up in the hub and on the YouTube channel, etc. So you can go and do those things. No problem, but have a vision, have an inspiration here, because the energy and the intensity right now doesn't really ask too many questions. It's actually asking you to do. It's like a react and respond scenario, or respond internally and react. So the response part of what this Aries energy is asking you to do is kind of the dark shadow work. It's kind of the go within, take the layers off. What do you really want out of life? What is really going on? What is really your direction here? What road do you really want to take? And then what it's asking you to do around the new moon with the Aries energy and all this massive vroom is to channel it, is to actually channel it. Now, if you don't quite know what you want to be doing, at least channel that energy. Don't let it burn you out. Don't get distracted like the Vata energy of the 1,000 projects that you could start but never finish. Choose 3 or 1, but just choose something and channel your energy into that thing. Now, I have a kind of general plan of what I want out of my life further down. I'm going to give you some examples of how I'm channeling my energy. And it doesn't have to be huge. And at the end of this video, I am also going to give you a little ritual that you can do that's super simple, that you can do in your home. It's a really, really lovely, effective way of bringing some freshness into your home, but also helping channel the energy before that. So what am I personally doing? So my greater vision for down the line, and I don't know when this is going to happen, but I'm saying 5 to 10 years, so that's my greater vision, is that I will have installed myself probably in the south of France, more than likely in the south of France, because I already know where I'm going to move to initially. I will install my horse there. Who knows? I may even get a second one. I will get some land, and I will be channeling my energy into my life there, my horses, and I want to be treating horses, making their wellness way more a priority. So, how am I channeling my energy now? I am looking for the course that I need to take on physio and equine massage. And I'm in the process of choosing those. I haven't chosen it yet, but I'm channeling my energy into, okay, I'm honing it down. I'm choosing a selection. There's about 4 different companies that I'm looking at, and I'm channeling it down and I'm honing it in. And that is one of my channeling exercises and projects. And I will choose one, possibly not straight away. Maybe it'll be at the full moon that I choose it. But between this new moon and the next full moon, I am choosing what path I'm taking for that particular project. I have a few other projects, but that is definitely one of them. One of the other projects I can talk about, for years I've been wanting to write an oracle. Wasn't the moment, was with the wrong people in the collaboration before, On Monday, I have a meeting with my heart sister, Kat, and she and I are sitting down and we're talking about the oracle that we are going to co-create. And we will do it. And Monday is one of those channeling energies. And we're going to bring everything in. And we're going to start to hone and channel the vision for it. So there's just a couple of examples. Now, 2 things. I wanted to leave you with an amazing phrase that I read on someone's Instagram post. I'm afraid I can't tell you who it was. I did post it in one of my stories, but here we go. I love this. Are you ready? Heal for the girl you were. Protect the woman that you are, and fight for the queen you were created to be. Now I'm going to repeat this. I've written it down, so I'm going to repeat this. This is our mantra for this particular time, okay? Heal for the girl you were. Protect the woman you are, and fight for the queen you were created to be. With that in mind, with those 3 things in mind, the girl, the woman, the queen, okay? This is one of the big mantras of this whole Menopause Queen approach. I want you to do this little ritual, if you can. You're going to create, now there's a beautiful woman up in Scotland called the Glasgow Witch. She is wonderful, follow her. She comes up with some amazing myths, stories, rituals that you can follow, and they're super simple on the whole because they're practical. Rituals have to be practical, otherwise we don't do them, right? So she recently posted something about a simmer pot, and quite simply it is a pot of boiling water into which you have placed various ingredients. The one ingredient is sort of citrus, so this can be particularly, I would say, lemons and limes. That provides the sort of cleansing and purifying. You can put ginger into there as well. That is so lovely for clarity, for vibrancy. You can put some cinnamon in there. It's lovely and rich. It's very grounding. It's a very earthy kind of smell. You could put some lavender in there, or any herb that inspires serenity and simplicity for you. I'm actually going to leave it at those few ingredients. She does include some others, but that is, I think, about as simple as you can make it. So lemon and lime, if you don't have both, one of those. You can put some ginger in, you can put some cinnamon, a cinnamon stick in, and lavender or a herb that is soothing for you, or a selection of herbs that you find very soothing and grounding. And all you simply do is put that on the heat, and you let the steam rise into your home. You let it cleanse, clean your home. It's also a wonderful representation of the elements. So you've got the earthing element of those things, the ingredients that are in the pot. You've got the water in there. You've got the fire, and then you've got the steam. So we're really including all of those elements. And I suppose the 5th, the mythical ether element, is in what it creates, what result it creates. So I'm going to leave you with that. I wish you an incredible, powerful, channeling, intuitive, heart-related time. And I will see you really soon in a new episode.